Good morning. So here I am in my bathrobe because the sun isn't up yet and it's really early and it's Saturday morning. I'm coming to you in my jammies because I wanted to talk about working when you have the most energy. So for me, it's first thing in the morning. So I'm always usually pretty energetic once I get up and I get moving. I've been up today since 4:30. I'm usually up at 4:30 or 4 or 3:30 if my son decides to wake up at 3:30. And I'm one of those people who works best in the morning. I used to work best at night. I used to be a night owl. So I would stay up till 2 and I would just go paint. Usually I would be up painting. That's one of my things that would keep me awake. So I'm up painting all night or I'm up crafting all night. And then I'd be like, okay, cool, I'm going to sleep now. But now my life has shifted. I have a 2.5-year-old at home. And so I do my best work in the morning. So do that. Figure out when you have the most energy. And if you're not sure, you're like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's at night. Sometimes maybe it does shift for you. But take stock, like take a week and keep mindfulness. And if you have to write it down about all day and think about like, when did I have the most energy today? When did I feel the most productive? And that might be the best time for you to get work done. Whether it's getting stuff clean and organized or working on your projects, right? Hey, I'm going to work on my crafting, my sewing, my baking, whatever your craft is, do it when you have the most energy because one, you'll get the most done, and 2, you'll work quicker, you'll work better. When you have the energy, when you're fueled, you work better, okay? So I'm gonna tackle some of my studio this morning. That's why I'm in here this early and decided to record a video real quick. I'm gonna clean my desk because my desk is just a mess right now. I think if you've been watching my videos a while back, I said I was going to clean the floor. That was my priority, right? So the floor is mostly clean. I still, again, have some of those big bins with my product in it. Right now, my bins are serving a purpose. All of my bins are stacked right here, and my little tiny camera tripod is on it because my tripod's like this big. So I needed to raise my camera up so you guys weren't looking at like the floor, or if I did it too high, like if I tilt it on the desk, then it's like you guys are looking up my nose. So sometimes your clutter serves a purpose. But basically, I'm just going to tackle this space and I'll come back this afternoon and talk about some of the small things that I did. So basically, I just wanted to talk to you guys right now about choose a time when you feel the most energetic because you'll get the best work done. And then setting some small goals for yourself. So one of the ways to keep up with your habits is set aside time every day to do it. So for example, I know in the morning, so okay, I'm going to try to do 5 minutes every day. And everyone's like, oh, I don't have time. Don't make excuses, make time. You can squeeze in 5 minutes, I guarantee it. And if you can't, change your routine, right? If you always have to take a walk, maybe walk in place while you do whatever the thing is, like in your studio. I need to clean, but I also really want to get my walk in. Walk in place or just walking around cleaning is going to get you that exercise. Figure out a way, right? Squeeze the time in. Everybody can do 5 minutes and you're never going to get a giant project done in 5 minutes, but you can get something done. And every day, if you do 5 minutes, that adds up, right? 5 minutes times 7 is 35 minutes. That's a half an hour. I could clean my whole desk in less than a half an hour. So just start somewhere. Okay. And then goal setting. So if I come in here, I'm like, man, I'm going to clean my studio. Remember, that's too much. That's too big. Don't set a goal that's so huge. Like I would like to have my studio clean in this month. What can I do every day to get to that goal? Then break down to what's the small thing I can do today. So if I only have 5 minutes, let me show you my desk. Okay, let me turn the light around too so you guys can actually see the desk because my desk is really messy. Okay, there's my sewing desk. You can see my sewing machine buried. You can see it's filled with stuff. If I only had 5 minutes right now, the first thing I would tackle is just putting away one item, which is like pins because my desk is covered in pins. That would be something easy. I could get all of them, put them all away where they go, find a home for them, and that may take me 5 minutes, and then I'm done, right? That would be my one task for the day. Here, let me show you my other desk. So my sewing desk is I'm going to clean that off today first, but my cutting desk, my drafting table, where I do a lot of rolling out my fabric and cutting and drawing and things like that, is filled with stuff. It's much bigger, so it's also a bigger pile. Again, it's a lot of projects and mail and things that I just haven't had time to put away lately because that wasn't my priority, right? And so that's why I said figure out what your priority is. What's the thing you need the most right now? So for me, I need my sewing desk, so that's got to get clean. lately this hasn't been my priority because I don't know if you guys also have been following me on Instagram, but my health kind of took a dive for a little bit. So I've been having to go to the hospital a lot, get a lot of tests and stuff done. So this wasn't a priority, and that's okay, right? Self-care is really important. This mess will still be here when I get home, and I try to remember that sometimes because it stresses me out when it's a mess. I'm like, oh, I need to clean it, right? How many of you guys feel that way? So I'm going to tackle it today, and we'll come back and I'm going to talk about some more tips on how to keep up with the mess, right? How to prevent it from getting here. And sometimes it will get here in your life. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it, right? Like I said, my health kind of went a little crazy, and I'm still having tests. I'm still having things, but I have to forgive myself for not being superwoman all the time, because guess what? I can't do everything all the time, especially by myself. And no offense to my husband, but he's not allowed to clean my studio because I'll never know where anything is, right? He would totally help me, but I'm like, nah, it's cool, I got it, because this is like my sacred space, you know what I'm saying? So this is one I have to tackle on my own. But other things in the house we tackle together, so we do those projects. But you just have to know when to prioritize, what you're going to prioritize, how to squeeze that time in, and how to build in habits to keep this from happening, or to keep on top of it, right? Because if you don't continually work at the new habit, you'll never build a new habit. New habits take a long time. So we'll talk about that later today, okay? I'm going to get started so I can get some work done, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next video. And if you have questions, please DM me, like send me a message. I will answer your questions. Leave a comment. I'll respond. I'm totally here to help you guys. So, okay. Productive Mom is going to get working. I'll talk to you guys later.